Apple reinvents the experience with iOS 26, Liquid Glass, AI tools, and more. Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference, WWDC, 2025 was one of its most transformative events in recent memory. Taking place on June 10th, this keynote marked a turning point in Apple's design language, operating system integration, and AI roadmap. If you missed it while you were asleep, don't worry. Here's an in-depth recap of everything Apple announced across iPhones, iPads, Macs, Apple Watch, Apple TV, and the Vision Pro. A new era of design. Introducing Liquid Glass UI. At the heart of WWDC 2025 lies a monumental design overhaul, Liquid Glass. It's Apple's most dramatic visual change since the introduction of iOS 7 over a decade ago. Inspired by the spatial computing elements of the Vision Pro headset, Liquid Glass brings dynamic transparency, soft reflections, and motion-based lighting effects across every Apple device. From iPhones and iPads to Macs and Apple TVs, the new UI looks like it's made of glass that bends light and reacts to movement. This new design isn't just about aesthetics. It's about visual consistency across the Apple ecosystem, creating a unified look and feel whether you're swiping through apps on your iPhone or navigating through widgets on your Mac or Apple Watch. One number to rule them all. All platforms now on version 26. In an unprecedented move, Apple has synchronized version numbers across all operating systems. That means no more confusion. iOS 26, iPadOS 26, macOS 26, dubbed macOS Tahoe, watchOS 26, tvOS 26, and visionOS 26 all launched together. This unified numbering system makes it easier for developers to build cross-platform apps and for users to follow along as all devices evolve in tandem. iOS 26. AI meets accessibility and personalization. The iPhone remains Apple's most widely used product, and with iOS 26, Apple delivers a deep blend of AI, utility, and personalization. Call screening now transcribes and displays who's calling in real time, similar to Google's Pixel feature, and Hold Assist waits on hold for you and alerts you when a human picks up. A merged phone and FaceTime app streamlines the calling experience, while Live Translation now works during voice calls, even with Android users. Messages gets a massive overhaul with polls, shared group chat backgrounds, and Genmoji, a generative AI emoji tool that lets you combine emojis or create new ones based on text input. The Visual Intelligence feature introduces deep screenshot analysis. You can tap on elements within a screenshot, a product, text, or place, and instantly get contextual actions or search results, mimicking Google's Circle to Search. Apple Maps now remembers past routes and places you visited, improving recommendations and ETA accuracy. Apple Wallet adds support for digital IDs, non-travel only, and expanded in-store perks for Apple Pay users in the US. Lastly, the introduction of a dedicated games app turns iOS into a gaming hub. It brings together Apple Arcade titles, downloaded games, game stats, and multiplayer options in one cohesive space. macOS 26 Tahoe, blurring the lines between iPhone and Mac. Named after Lake Tahoe, macOS 26 brings iOS-like intelligence to the Mac while maintaining the power and depth of a desktop OS. The Liquid Glass design redefines macOS's aesthetics, but it's more than skin deep. A fully customizable control center, emoji-colored folders, and the debut of live activities on the desktop all signal a smarter, more responsive interface. Spotlight Search is now more powerful, featuring a clipboard history and support for intelligent actions like emailing recent screenshots or auto-filing documents. The Shortcuts app is now AI-powered, generating suggestions based on your usage patterns and routines. iPhone's Phone app makes its way to the Mac, including full call history, voicemail syncing, and Hold Assist. And yes, Metal 4 is here, boosting gaming with higher fidelity graphics and new titles like Crimson Desert, marking a bold new era for Mac gaming. iPadOS 26, true desktop-class multitasking. The iPad continues its journey toward becoming a true laptop alternative. With iPadOS 26, Apple introduces a completely new windowing system. Features like Flick to Tile, Grab to Resize, and Expose-style window previews allow users to multitask like never before on a tablet. A new persistent menu bar stays at the top, giving you desktop-level control. The Files app is redesigned with drag-and-drop folder management, resizable columns, and preview thumbnails. It's finally usable at a professional level. Apple brings the full Preview app to iPad, enabling native PDF editing and annotations. New audio and video tools give creators more control with enhanced mic settings, live video capture, and timeline previews. watchOS 26, smarter fitness and smarter notifications. The Apple Watch becomes more adaptive and intelligent with watchOS 26. The standout feature, Workout Buddy, gives real-time coaching, pacing advice, and even hydration reminders during workouts. The Smart Stack now intelligently surfaces relevant apps based on time, location, and activity. New gesture controls like wrist flick let you interact with the watch without touching the screen. Notification volumes now auto-adjust based on ambient noise, reducing disruptions during workouts or meetings. The new liquid glass visuals bring greater clarity and depth to watch faces and apps. tvOS 26, fun for the whole family. Apple TV is becoming more interactive and social. Users can now turn their iPhone into a microphone for karaoke nights on Apple TV, perfect for parties and family gatherings. Personal profiles are now available in Apple TV Plus, allowing each user to get personalized recommendations, watch lists, and resume progress. The new Liquid Glass UI gives Apple TV a sleek, cinematic interface with motion-reactive visuals and lighting effects. visionOS 26. Welcome to Spatial Computing 2.0. For Apple Vision Pro users, visionOS 26 builds on spatial computing with new features that push immersion to new heights. Persistent spatial widgets let users anchor tools like weather, calendars, or music players into their workspace and keep them there. Eyes-only mode increases privacy by hiding content from others, even when sharing screens or environments. Eye tracking gets a major boost. You can now scroll pages using just your eyes, and spatial photo scenes turn 2D images into 3D environments. Personas, Apple's digital avatar system, are now more expressive and lifelike. Support for PlayStation VR 2 Sense controllers also suggests that Apple is finally leaning into Vision Pro's gaming potential. Release timeline. When can you try all this? The developer beta versions of all updates are already available. The public beta will roll out in July 2025 for all major platforms. The final stable release is expected in September 2025, likely launching alongside the iPhone 17 series. Final thoughts. Apple's most ambitious software overhaul yet. WWDC 2025 wasn't just a developer conference, it was a showcase of Apple's future. From AI and deep personalization to immersive design and cross-platform intelligence, Apple is setting the stage for the next era of computing. Whether you're an iPhone user, a Mac lover, a watch fitness enthusiast, or a Vision Pro early adopter, there's something major coming your way this fall. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this in-depth breakdown, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know your favorite announcement from WWDC 2025 in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on Apple's latest innovations.